Hello everybody, John Scritchwell back here again with another video, and today I bring you another UFC video. Yes, obviously yesterday was the big main event. It was UFC 183, and it was the return of the king of the UFC, Anderson Silva, and he was obviously the main event attraction. He was going up against Nick Diaz in his first fight ever since his depressing loss, if you will, against Chris Weidman, and originally, I was going to make a video prior to this event to actually just give you my personal thoughts on how I think it would go down, kind of similar to how I did with the Machida-Weidman fight, but seeing as how there were so many things going on during this week, and like I had no time, and I was sick, and I tried to do it, and every time I did it, I kept flubbing the video, so it was just not a thing I could have done. But seeing as how the event just passed yesterday, I'm recording this Sunday, the day after, so overall, it was an amazing event. I thought Anderson Silva was, originally, I really thought he had a lot of, I don't know, I don't want to say that I didn't believe he could win, but at the same time, I thought because of how things have been going lately, and how Nick Diaz's training was going by, even though he didn't really give that much information on his exact training to the public, I would have expected that, Anderson Silva would have been dominated, by Nick Diaz's punches and shit. But overall, the fight was pretty amazing. I hope everyone did check it out. Overall, Anderson Silva is the king. He's fucking a badass, and I think this fight was amazing. I think it was personal. Very, very personal for Anderson Silva, obviously. I mean, he was definitely happy to come back, and I think that's the great thing about him as a character, is just that he loves to fight. He loves the lore and amazement and the glory that comes with, the UFC, and it's just great to see someone as unique of a fighter as him to be back in action. And I think it's great for this specific event, because this means possibilities in the future for, a rematch between him and Chris Weidman, which is something I would really like to see. Then again, it's kind of weary, because for one, it's kind of just, I don't know, I always feel weird when someone fights the same person over and over again. I mean, he fought him twice, and he lost both times, but at the same time, it's always good to have a good rivalry, and he obviously has nothing against Chris Weidman. I think he used him with, to help him with his training or whatever, so, but overall, at the end of the day, it would just be good to see him go up against him again. And we all know that Anderson Silva definitely wants to get the champion. He wants to be the champion again, and he wants the belt. So, I don't know. This fight definitely opens up the possibility to future types of stuff, and I just can't wait to see more Anderson Silva. And I'm pretty sure everyone else at home really wants to see Anderson Silva. Now, let's get into the Nick Diaz thing. Personally, when I did my original Anderson Silva video, I kind of had mixed feelings about Nick Diaz, because him as a fighter, he's a dominant force to be reckoned with, obviously. He's fucking an alpha male. He fucking wants to kick ass. He's a great striker. But at the end of the day, his character is so off, and I guess that's kind of like the love-hate relationship that he has with his personal, opinion and his own fighting style, I guess, with his fan base. But overall, I think he did a good job, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because of how I'm perceiving it, but does anybody kind of get the feeling that he, from beginning to end, always believed that he would be coming out on top? I kind of get that feeling. I get that feeling that Nick Diaz, I don't think he specifically thought he would win 100%, but I get the feeling when listening to him that he kind of got the feeling that it was an easy win. That's how it kind of comes off. He thought it would be easy to beat him, because obviously Anderson Silva wasn't using his leg kicks as much as he used to. Even though he did do them, he didn't do them as much. And obviously, you would think that because he used it, he could have seriously injured himself again. I don't know. But overall, I kind of get the feeling that Nick Diaz thought it was going to be an easy win. And he said himself that he thought that he should have won, and that he thought he won every round, and they went to 5 rounds, which is good. So, but overall, I think the fight was great. Anderson Silva's back in action. I can't wait to see the future of the Spider, Anderson Silva, to fucking kick ass again. So I really can't wait to see more shit from him. But personally, on my front, I think it was an amazing fight. I personally I personally have nothing against any kind of fighter who, thinks they should have won, but I'm just saying, out of the whole thing, out of the entire event, and I'm pretty sure there has to be someone else out there who thinks the same, that Nick Diaz possibly thought that it was going to be an easy win and that he should have won the whole time. Obviously, everyone thinks they should have won, and he has nothing against Anderson Silva, obviously. I mean, like, what's not there to like and love about Anderson Silva? He's fucking a badass, humble guy who fucking loves to fight, and he's just a badass, fucking awesome. He just has great technique. I don't know. He's just amazing. And Nick Diaz, he's also a fucking badass fighter. But at the beginning of the fight, I really thought it was a 50-50 chance. Like, it really depended on the judges. It really depended on, what happened in the specific rounds. It really depended on Anderson's kicks. I really thought it depended on those types of things. But overall, Anderson Silva came up on top. I was hoping for that to happen, but I was definitely 50-50 about it. But seeing as how it did happen, I'm happy about it. Anderson Silva's boss. He's the boss. And Nick Diaz, I have nothing against the guy, and I have nothing against his fan base. But overall, I just kind of get the feeling that he thought it was an easy win. That's just how I'm perceiving it. But let me know what you personally think in the comment section below. What do you think about the Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz fight? What did you think about UFC 183 overall? And what do you think the future of Anderson Silva is? Do you think he's gonna try and get a rematch with Chris Weidman to get the title back or the belt or what have you? Or do you think Anderson Silva deserves to be the champion again? What do you think the future of Nick Diaz is? Where do you think his next fight's gonna be like? Overall, let me know what you personally think in the comment section below. I think it was just amazing to see a great fighter come back and definitely come back on top, because obviously you don't know where it's going to go. You really don't know, because, for one, he had 2 significant losses coming off of this, and then he had, a terrible leg injury that really fucked him over. And then you had this fight against Nick Diaz, which could have gone 50-50, because Nick Diaz hasn't been on top either, so he's kind of like on the same kind of wavelength to a certain extent. But overall, I think it was great for what it was. And it's just great to see the king come back. So, anyways, that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you personally think in the comments section below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope everyone enjoyed UFC 183. Hope you enjoyed my personal thoughts. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And this has been John 12.